Pronta?
Pronto.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome back to some more food reviewing. Today we have our favourite Italian and channel regular Francesco with me to taste another box from Snack Surprise UK. Are you excited?
Very.
Good. So Snack Surprise, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, if you're new to the channel, or if you just haven't quite decided to buy the subscription box yet, this is a service that brings snacks from all over the world to your doorstep so you can travel even during this time of lockdown, quarantine, pandemic nonsense, basically. If you would like to try this box for yourself after this video, before this video, during this video, we will leave a little kind of discount code for you on screen right now and a link to their website in the description box below so you can get your very own box. Anyway, which beautiful country are we traveling to this month?
France.
Vive la France! Do you like France?
I love it.
Do you like the French?
No, I'm joking.
We are going to be tasting a big old selection of snacks from the wonderful country of France. I have only ever been passing through their airport, but I don't think they've ever done anything wrong with food, so I trust them.
No, indeed. In fact, they're one of the most known people in the world for food recognized.
Just above Italy.
Yes.
Are we going salty first?
Today we got...
Ooh.
They scared.
Okay, so this is, I'm guessing saveur poulet rôti is roast chicken. So we do have something similar in the UK. We have Walker's roast chicken crisps. It does smell meaty. I just can't quite, it almost smells like there's a kind of barbecue flavor in there. Shall we taste?
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Almost like the noodles that you buy for ADB in the shop. That kind of flavoring.
But in a good way.
Yeah, of course. They're actually really good.
They're very chickeny. They definitely taste more chickeny than they smell.
Yeah.
Very meaty, nicely salty.
Maybe a bit of paprika, maybe. I don't know. Definitely the chicken bouillon. The bouillon. Is that what you call it?
Bouillon.
The bouillon.
Bouillon. What would you give those out of 5?
Yeah, I'm up for a 5.
Me too, to be honest. They're good crisps. Yeah, I'd be happy to give those a 5 out of 5.
5.
A good start. Let's go. Where are we going next?
We've got the main pizza.
Ooh. Okay, so these, it's a cute little kind of orangey box, if you guys can see that. It looks like we're going to have tomato and herbe de Provence on top. This is the second kind of product we've had that's just a mini version of a pizza, because in our Greek box video, which
The bruschetti.
definitely go and watch.
Bruschetti.
Bruschetti! There was a kind of knockoff snacky pizza in there too. So I don't really know what's...
When would you open this box? Like, when would you... Like,
I don't really know. I mean,
You've
I'm
got friends
guessing...
coming over, you just open up the box, put it into a bowl and go enjoy some pizzetti.
They're so tiny!
They are.
I think you probably would have these with drinks. These are...
They try to resemble a pizza though, like, to be fair, they do try to.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
Meat
So
crackers.
on top you can see that it's just kind of a golden cracker underneath, and you can see that kind of tomatoey, herby cheesiness. That with a spritz Aperol.
Yeah, indeed.
I think they have a better texture than the Greek pizzetti did.
I think they're smaller, they're easier to eat.
I don't know if you taste the tomato much, but it reminds me of a Ritz cracker with oregano and with a little bit of kind of dried cheese.
I would agree, yeah.
Not too salty, nothing extreme, and would be very good with a nice cold drink or with a bowl of tomato soup.
I'm not convinced.
No?
They taste good.
I mean, it's not the best thing I've ever
It's
eaten.
just one of those things that you could keep going with it, but you don't necessarily feel satisfied about it.
What would you give these out of 5?
I think a 3.
They're definitely not as good as the crisps, but I do like the flavour. I think they live up to what they're going to be, so I'd give them a 4 out of 5.
Perfect.
Shall we move on?
Let's do it.
Do we have something else
Yeah.
salty to taste?
The chips.
We have another bag of Lay's crisps. These are chips à l'ancienne. I'm not sure what flavour these are. Is that duck or something? This is a bit more of a posh bag. It's got that kind of matte effect on it. Looks a bit more kind of sophisticated for a bag of crisps.
It said nature. It said nature.
Nature. Neither of us speak French.
No.
This is a disgrace.
Sorry.
Oh, is it just that you can kind of smell the oil a bit more?
I think they're just plain fries. Normal fries.
They seem to have a kind of more vibrant colour though. They seem to almost have a bit more oil to them. That's a good plain crisp. So if you're from the UK or anywhere really, ready salted, plain salted crisps is how I would describe these. But they're good. They're very, very thin, like really thin. Nice and crispy. For what they are, they're good. I mean, obviously when you compare it to a flavoured version, it's kind of hard to judge it, but
yeah.
They're very good. As a ready salted crisp, I think they're good. They do taste kind of natural.
Yeah, if you're not into aromatic crisps, that's something we can call them, this is definitely a good option.
What would you give those out of 5?
4.
Me too. 4 out of 5 for those. Where would you like to venture to next in our journey across the Riviera?
Oasis. Tropical.
Okay, so we have this Oasis à l'eau de sauce.
À l'eau de what?
Tropical. So this, I don't know if this is the same kind of Oasis brand that we have in the UK. I'm not sure if it's kind of Europe-wide, but it's a very sexy looking can.
It's non-carbonated.
It's non-carbonated. Interesting.
Which is great. Enough of this sparkling coloured stuff.
Are you sure it's not fizzy?
It says non-carbonated.
What if it explodes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, it's definitely less kind of neon. Remember the Greek cherry drink? This actually looks very good. So it kind of smells like diluting juice, or squash or cordial, whatever you like to call it. Doesn't it?
Ananas.
Ananas. Ooh, girl.
Do you know when you take the squash and you put into the... No, what is it that you do? All the mango juice, you didn't want to drink it that way and you just added water into it. This is how it tastes like. Yo.
It's a 5 out of 5 for me.
It's very diluted.
It's lovely though. I'm not a huge fan of like super syrupy, sweet, fizzy stuff.
It's not super syrupy sweet though.
No, but that's why I'm saying, because it's got that like kind of water added to it, I think it's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's your
Got any more? What would you give it out of 5?
It's just a 3.
It's a 5 out of 5 for me. Okay, where would you like to move to next?
Costa Rica. Could go to Canada.
Toscana,
Gavila. I'm in between le barquette.
Bucket.
I bet le barquette.
I don't know what language you're speaking, so...
Nothing that isn't.
Ooh, are these little biscuits? So these must they must come in a multi-pack, because either that or they're just very secretive about what's inside.
They are a favourite among the French.
And what are they?
I don't know.
Ask the French.
It's a biscuit with...
Ooh.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they look like tiny baguettes. So, oh, that one broke.
Oh, they're very soft.
They're very soft. So it looks like a little
Don't say it.
gondola. It looks like a little gondola of... I just realised what you think it looks like.
Morning.
Labia aside,
Labia.
it smells good though, doesn't it? It smells buttery. So it looks like we have some kind of fruit, kind of gelée in the middle.
It's almost like the texture of the Madeleine. Almost.
It is, isn't it?
Almost. It's just very soft.
Very soft. Oh, honey.
It's not as dry as, but almost like a savoyardi, like a finger sponge. It's not dry as though. This is lovely.
That tastes to me like Jaffa Cakes decided to quit school for a year, go travelling, find a French man and came home.
Right. Right.
That fruit jelly is lovely. Slightly thicker than a jam. Is it strawberry?
Yeah.
It has just the right amount of kind of texture that would make it good for dunking, but it's also just really nice on its own.
Is that your second one? God. There's 6 of them in a little pack, which is quite ideal, especially in the office.
What would you give those out of 5?
Yeah, give 5.
Me too.
I would consume them anytime.
For what they are, for how easy they are to eat, for being light but also being very rich. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, indeed.
This is going well.
It is.
Vive la France.
Well, I can't get it wrong when you're dealing with the French, can you?
Where are we going?
Where's the wine? Madeleine.
Madeleine.
Now. And then we can move on to...
Ooh. So we have la Madeleine d'Amour pour beurre. So Madeleines are, have you eaten Madeleines before?
I was actually away to say, I had Madeleines before, but handcrafted, like handmade or made on the premises only once. And of course it didn't taste like that one's gonna taste.
Yeah.
A lot of Madeleine out there on the shelves of the supermarkets are not bad at all.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I'm just looking forward to try this and see.
Me too. I have made Madeleine. I even have a recipe for lemon Madeleines on the blog, which there will be a link to below if you would like to make them. A good distinctive nipple. They're nice and shell-shaped around the top here. Oh.
Oh.
That actually smells a lot better than I expected. It kind of smells like shortbread. It's got that gorgeous butteriness. Shall we bite it or shall we taste it? Oh, girl. Wow. Like, wow. Cakey, waffly, super, super buttery.
When you work in a kitchen, the oven has a particular smell. I believe only those who actually work in a big kitchen could understand this, but when you open the doors of the oven and you get this fragrance that could have been from the day before or the month before, it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a fragrance that sits on your food after it has been sitting in that oven. This is the first thing I got out of it. The taste of the oven.
In a bad way?
No, in a good way. It's not your kitchen smell. Your I don't know some of your tool smells, and it just smells like an oven.
That is good. Especially for being one that's served in a wrapper, you know, rather than being one that's actually from any kind of bakery. That is delicious. Good size, good flavour. That's a solid 5 out of 5 for me.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree. The Cracky Crepes.
Cracky Crepes.
Yeah.
Now, I think we actually get 2 of these, so we don't even have to share. So, I think they're the same flavour. These are chocolate crepes, I'm guessing with some kind of crispy stuff in the middle. Yes, please, do tell me.
I have absolutely zero expectation towards this. I had this kind of stuff once, I apologize. I had this kind of stuff once, and the filling was actually made of cocoa powder. Ooh. And not chocolate. It was dry, hard to eat, not pleasant.
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of crepes. Being Scottish, my view on pancakes is that they should be thick and they should be kind of fat and handheld and spread with something. So thin pancakes have never really hit the spot for me.
It's not cocoa powder. The crepe does feel a bit dry. And it is dry.
The chocolate bit is like in a pan of chocolate. Very bready. The crispy bits are kind of cute. The chocolate's okay. If you were on the run and you had a cup of coffee with you, a cup of takeaway coffee, and you just had to shove this in your face, I've definitely eaten worse. But I would say that's a 3 out of 5 for me. Shall we move on? What would you like to taste next, my love?
Le Napolitain.
Oof.
And then the Nestle Nuts.
Okay. Le Napolitain. So this is a very kind of inconspicuous wrapper. What are we expecting from the interior, sir?
Getting fat.
Ooh. So is this actually something Italian inspired?
Stop!
Ooh! Okay, so we have a very interesting kind of layered, I hope this can focus for you guys, a kind of layered cake. We have kind of vanilla looking sponge, a chocolate sponge, some chocolate sauce, and we have like icing with, these always make me think of the Netherlands because I know they have like a kind of toast or something that they put chocolate sprinkles on.
A toast. Like,
What do you think?
soft. Oh Lord. The classic smell. We call the stuff merendine in Italian, and you normally eat them after school, like 3, 4, 5 p.m. Classic smell everywhere.
Oh, there's coffee.
Oh really?
Oh, I quite like that, you know.
I'm going on my way to say something, but it's not bad. It is good. It's a merendina, so it's not the greatest thing ever. For the Italian ones, or those who have actually had the chance to try the merendina called girelle, I think that's the closest thing I can recall. They are a spongy swirl around, so it's like a big swirl with chocolate layers.
For British viewers, I would compare it to like an upmarket Cadbury's mini roll. Soft, kind of chocolatey cake, decent cream in the middle. It's not, it's not a bakery cake, it's not a home-baked cake, but as a kind of pre-packaged thing, I think it's okay, you know.
You get away with it, yeah.
Nice and sweet, nice and
I
fluffy.
would prefer that over this. If
Oh
I'm
yeah,
in a rush.
the
If I'm in a
crepe was,
rush,
yeah,
I would definitely prefer that over this.
definitely. I would give that a 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Nice. What do we have left to taste in our box?
The Nestle Nuts.
The Nestle Nuts. Now this, I think, is the best packaging I've seen on a kind of mass-produced chocolate bar in a long time, just because I found it hilarious. The bar is just called Nuts. So I'm guessing it's hazelnut, judging by the illustration on the front.
Ooh, there's caramel filling and crispy whole hazelnuts. Now, a whole hazelnut
Wow.
in that, it's something I would not expect. A whole hazelnut. That's what they said.
Bite it, honey.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a marsh.
Girl.
It's a marsh.
So yeah, it smells like there's sesame in it or something. It looks a little bit like a posh Mars bar with that kind of soft nougat, the caramel, and you can just see one of those little nuts poking through.
We're getting that. Again, are they whole?
They're toasty too.
Oh, really?
That is like Snickers' sexy older sister. The nougat's lovely and soft. That hazelnut is perfect in there.
Is it whole? I'm surprised. Good on you. Go on.
I agree. Seriously good.
Do French countryside have nuts trees?
That's your homework.
In case any French person out there wants to help me understand whether these nuts are from there or not.
Are you gatekeeping the Piemonte hazelnut? The kind of chocolate, because it's Nestle, is pretty dead, but I think the nougat has a nicer texture than Mars. Caramel is very similar, and that hazelnut flavour is gorgeous, so I'm the same. I would give that a 4 out of 5. I'll just squiddle that away for later. Okie dokie, I believe we have 2 products left to taste. Okay.
Carambar.
Carambar. I'm guessing this is caramel? So they've really gone all out on the appearance.
What is it? Oh Lord, what's your teeth? You alright? Sure.
It's not to be bitten. Basically a rock solid cylinder of a kind of milky caramel thing. Do you want to taste it?
I'll be alright.
Without hesitation, it's too sweet. The texture's awful. It's a 2 out of 5. We'll pretend that wasn't in there. Okay, let us move on to our final product in the box. What are we tasting?
Dragibus.
Dragibus.
Haribo Dragibus.
Le petit bonbon.
Le petit bonbon.
Coupla
Oupedala.
à tous les goûts. So this is what the bag looks like. A nice little kind of shading bag of, I think they're like jelly beans. They look like jelly beans, but not bean shaped.
They're not being shaped.
So they're just jellies. Really.
Could you do this, like, and just start them on?
Is yours like floral?
You may taste like grass.
No, it tastes like, that lemon one tastes like air freshener.
Oh, really?
Like flowery. What does yours taste like?
Like cherry.
Taste the yellow one. Taste the yellow one.
I see you.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a kind of like,
Soapy bar. Have
Yeah.
you ever had a soap bar?
the texture's kind of nice. The texture is like a slightly firmer, chewier jelly bean. It has a kind of hard shell that kind of gives way as you bite into it. But flavor-wise, it might just be the yellow ones. There's a kind of fruitiness, but there's also an almost flowery taste to it in a way that I don't particularly like. You guys probably know if you've been here before, I'm not huge into sweets. I'm much more into kind of chocolate and creamy things.
I don't dislike it though. I do acknowledge that there is a bit too much soapy fragrance, but I think what gives away is not just the smell or the fragrance itself, it's the actual texture of it as well.
I'm not a huge fan.
My thought was, do they change colour after you've been...
I don't think so.
Whoa! Look at this!
Look at your t-shirt.
Look at this!
Oh my god. Okay, what would you give these out of 5? I would give those a 1, personally. But just out of personal preference.
Yeah.
On the whole,
France!
vive la France!
C'est bon, c'est bon!
C'est bon, c'est bon. If you guys would like to have a taste of France, if you would like a taste of Greece, of Italy, of the Netherlands, of the other countries that Snack Surprise supply, hit up that link in the description box below where you can do so, and don't forget to enter that cheeky, unique discount code that I've given you so that you can get some pennies off of your order.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you would like to see more Francesco on the channel, don't forget to give it a big French thumbs up and to hit that subscribe button if you are new here, because we're doing stuff like this all the time. In the meantime, that is all we have to eat today. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you for the next one.